Hello, rockers and Mercuryans. Rock Mercury here. Welcome to the Rock Mercury podcast. It is 8 minutes away from New Year's 2023. And I wanted to have some dinner tonight and my sister prepared. Show you guys it. I put it in the pan. It's kind of fancy, but I put it in like a pan to warm up real quick. There's some pasta casserole here, which is delicious, with tomato sauce and delicious spiral pasta. And then there's some greens over here. There's also some cheese, but it's vegan cheese. Everything's plant-based and giving vegan life. But we're bringing in the Happy New Year's with that greens. You know, you gotta have greens for New Year because they like give you what do they do for you? They do something like good luck or something. You know, we need all the luck we can get for this next year because this last year was absolute insanity, and we just want to do better. We just want a better year. So we're gonna eat this. We're gonna have a good old feast right now, and we're gonna talk about what I'm looking forward to in the new year. Maybe some of my subscribers will come in and we'll chat with them. But yeah, this year right here. Whew, it's been a year, y'all. I think the best thing about this year is that I'm in Texas now, out of that crazy, insane place of California where everything is seems so backwards. Even though I'm from there, it just feels so backwards nowadays. Like, such a bizarre land California has become, especially Los Angeles, so crime-filled. I even saw a video of San Francisco lately. I'm like, oh gosh, I do not miss it. I'm sorry to my Californians. Born and raised Californian, but oh goodness, it's looking quite gaseous out there, and I'm good. I'm good. Also have some delicious orange juice here with turmeric, pineapple, grapefruit. You can taste the grapefruit a lot in this one. Pretty tart, but very good. All fresh from my sister's juice company. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and eat some of this with you guys. So one of the main things I want to leave back in this new year is this organization. Like, I want to be super organized going forward in this year. I know everybody makes their resolutions and stuff, and I am going to the gym tomorrow, even though it's the first. It's the first, and it's going to be very packed. I'm sure. I'm kind of curious. It's kind of why I want to go to the gym. I go every day anyways, but I'm curious how packed it's going to be on the first. Or will it be more packed on the second? I don't know. I'm wearing my Terry Joe shirt today because I want to give that Terry Joe energy this year of just like casting out the demons. Cast them out away from me. Get them out from me. You know, I got to be a Southern Belle. I need that purity. I need to be as pure as Terry Joe this year. I need to, you know, what does she call her down there? What does she go? She needs they need a blessing from oh my gosh, what is the blessing from? Oh, I should know this. Anyway, it'll come to me, but you know, I need to give that energy this year. I'm not trying to play. Tasty pasta. But yeah, I'm in a whole new zone. I'm not playing with any fake people. I'm working on my brand constantly. I did my best to upload all the videos I have left. I have a whole backlog of videos that I'm uploading to my other platforms. I got pretty far. I'm not all the way there yet, but I got really far today. So tomorrow I'll still be doing it. Hopefully by tomorrow I can be done. But either way, I'm not letting this happen again. I'm going to be on it. Every time I post content, I'm going to put it across all my platforms and just keep it like a work meal, you know, constantly updating my content to every platform. Because content is key. Content is key. Wish I had some hot sauce for this, but it's very good already. I'm not getting up. I'm not about to get up at all. But yeah, I want that to be left in the past, this organization. I also want consuming spicy content. I know I said I want hot sauce for the spice on here, But sometimes I've been, you know, involved in some spicy content. Now I'm still gonna create. I'm still gonna be a creator of it, but I don't want to consume it anymore. Like I've told you guys before, I've dealt with an unhealthy relationship when it comes to spicy content since I was young, and so I would like to just end that this year. I want to take that forward. I'm good. These greens, I mean, they're good for greens, but I'm just not a fan of greens. I don't know why people love greens so much. I don't know why. I guess it's healthy or something, but I've never been a fan. It tastes like kind of bitter a little bit, and it's just how they're supposed to taste. Like she did a great job on them, but I'm just not a fan of greens. I think the greens that I like the most are when they have a whole ton of other stuff in them. You know, but she made these because she was gonna make them for Christmas, but we ended up cooking here at the house. We went to my grandmother's house, and she cooked. So, yeah, I don't know. I really would like to leave that behavior in the past. I'm focusing on my grind. I want that coin. I'm here for the money. This is the year of the bag. 2023 is the year of the bag. Just what it is. Ooh, here we go. 1 minute left till New Year's. 1 minute left. Do we have a New Year's filter we can do? I live. It's New Year's time, you guys. I think I should use this one. New Year's. Almost there. Almost there. We're not there yet. Can I delete this? Hold on. Let me start over. We're so close. We're so close. We're so close. We're trying to type it in. 20. Oh God, that's not a 3 at all. You know what? I'm just gonna do circles. We're here. We're in New Year's. Come on, let's just give it New Year's. New Year's energy. Wow, New Year's. We're still in the past year right now, but it's coming. It's coming. I'm looking at all the fireworks in the back right now, going off and going in. People are throwing these fireworks out. They're going in right now. Ooh, we're here in the New Year's. We made it to the New Year's. We made it to the New Year. Oh my gosh, we made it past 2022. Oh my gosh, hold on, you guys. I've got to open these windows a bit more and see all these light fireworks going. Oh my gosh, y'all hear that? Y'all hear all the fireworks popping? That's what I'm talking about. Happy New Year's to everyone. I hope you all have what your heart desires, whatever that may be. Ooh, New Year's. Ooh. You know, I don't know what this filter's supposed to be. I wish I just had a regular firework one. I'm still here, I'm still here. All right, it's New Year's. Congratulations, you guys, we made it in 2023. And I'm like really about that life this year. You know, I love hearing the fireworks. But my heart goes out to all the veterans out there who this is triggering them. This is affecting them. My heart goes out to them. Because it must be a lot to hear all this. This is so scary to somebody who's been of service to this country. So sending my love to all of the people out there. I got to see some fireworks from the front yard. They did pretty well. The thing about Houston is that it's very flat, and so in LA, I could go on a hill easily. I could drive up the hill, go near the beach, see fireworks across the whole city. if I can see through the smog. But yeah, I see fireworks through the whole city. But out here, it's all flat, so there's so many trees. You only can see certain angles, but I got really lucky because I was sitting here working. Fireworks going off right in front of my house. Very beautiful ones, expensive ones. People spending money to just have things fire up in the air. Thank you for the roses, Kaya Greens. Kaya Greens, thank you. I appreciate the roses. Give me my roses while I'm alive. Give yourself your roses while you alive. You got to. So, this year, I'm so close to my weight goal. I'm trying to gain weight so people can see, so I can just be looking healthier and be healthier. Not just looking healthier, forget looking. But looking does matter. I'm gonna be super healthy. Eat a lot. Almost at my goal of 200 pounds. Ooh, Kaya Greens, thank you for the Happy New Year. Yes, thank you. I love it. I love it and I appreciate that. You're amazing. I had the Happy New Year glasses on. I hope that shows up in the recording of the video. I really do. Because that was awesome. Thank you. Toast to you. But yeah, there's no excuses this year. I'm just hoping we don't go into some WW3, if you know what I mean. That's all I'm hoping. That's every day we're not in WW3. I'm not even trying to say it on here. I don't want to even curse this year with that. Also, I'm not going to be as toxic this year. I'm not going to be going on Twitter, going crazy and saying stuff that I shouldn't be saying because I just paid for Twitter Blue. And I'm going to have a blue check mark. And I'm not trying to risk that blue check mark for anything. Not on Elon Musk's Twitter. I'm not going to lose it. So, I won't be as rude anymore. I'm going to use my social media platforms to promote my products and my projects instead of commentating as much about other people's projects, which I love doing, or I love doing it at the time, but it's like, doesn't really do anything for anyone. Like, as long as these people are making art, it's one thing. Oh my God, 31 roses. Thank you, Kai Greens. 31 roses, wow. You hooked it up. Thank you. Yeah, these greens, I don't know. Yeah, it is. I'm thankful for them. But do y'all really like greens out here? Y'all really out here eating greens? People really like greens, turnip greens and stuff. Like, and they're cooked to perfection. They really are cooked right. It's just, for me, the flavor of them, of the taste of greens themselves, are just not for me. I remember growing up, I used to eat them, and it used to be filled with bacon and stuff. Now I'm vegan, so I don't eat bacon. But when I was growing up, oh my gosh, there was so much bacon in them. I was like, these aren't even healthy no more. In fact, my grandma would put the bacon grease in the greens. Not the bacon grease in the greens. Not the bacon grease in the greens, y'all. That's exactly what she would do, though. I'm not going to play with y'all. I will not play with y'all and pretend that she didn't. That's exactly what she would do. But, these are vegetable greens. Vegetable broth. Good flavor, but hold on. Are these fireworks still going on out here? No, they're not going on in front of me. I hear them, but I don't see them anymore. I see a few. I see a few out the front window. They're doing the most. But I would feel some kind of way if I went out to fight for our country and then come home and have to hear these explosions. When that's what I heard, like, because when you hear it and you're in the battlefield, like, those explosions means that people that you work with and that you love and your team is getting, gone. They're not existing anymore. That's what that sound means. If you're close enough to hear that kind of sound, then somebody's especially that many of the sounds. Whew. So my heart goes out to the veterans of all the countries, because every country has their mission that they think they're fighting for. But of course, America first. I'm American, so y'all love your country first. Um, I'd be so traumatized. I'd be so traumatized. But that I'm leaving in the past. I'm also leaving. Speaking about prior relationships, I'm done talking about that. That's gone. I'm over it. I already created it. My last song I did is called HE Double Hockey Sticks, and it's available on all streaming platforms. And that's the last song I'm even putting energy towards my ex situations. Not worth it. Going forward, none of that. Not even mentioning it in passing. I don't care. I just don't care. I'm so past that. So thankful it's over for everything. So thankful to be on my journey. Like, I just don't care anymore. I feel like you let things live on as you try to get revenge. Try to get, like payback. Whatever. Like, who cares? Life is so great. As long as we're not in WW3. And even if we are in WW3, just try to survive and hopefully it'll be over. I watched an amazing interview with Elon Musk today on the Full Send podcast. They were a little less rude this time. I told y'all yesterday that I watched the O.J. Simpson one. That was eye-opening. But this one right here was Elon Musk, and it was about from a few months ago, or maybe it was a while ago, at least a few months. It was an excellent interview. The one thing I did not agree with him on, talked about a lot of things he said, that he has found no proof for aliens. No proof for extraterrestrials. And he said that one of the politicians said, well, if there really was extraterrestrials, I will bring that extraterrestrial right in front of y'all so we can get our budget cleared faster. I'm like, what kind, like, why are you lying to us that way? He said, and he's like, I would know there's extraterrestrials. And Elon Musk is a smart man. Very, very smart man. I think a lot of what he says is super, important to society. I think I'm honored to have been around him. And like my house in Los Angeles is walking distance from the headquarters of SpaceX. I can literally walk there and go get some coffee and come home. I've been on the set. I've been on the, not on the set, but on the, I've been in the office, in the corporate office at SpaceX. And for him to just be so adamant about there not being extraterrestrials or him not seeing any evidence of them, I find that bizarre. Because what I know, and what I've known from working with, top intelligence and, it's things I can't really talk about fully, but it's very evident that there's plenty of knowledge about the extraterrestrials and extraterrestrial crafts. In fact, there's been people from the CIA that have spoken out about them working on extraterrestrial crafts, like Bob Lazar and other people too. But him specifically, because he was on the Joe Rogan podcast and he talked about it in even more depth. So there's people who've been abducted. That there's so much evidence and proof of these occurrences that we're not alone, that we've never been alone. It throws me off whenever Elon decides to take that route and try to double down on, there's no extraterrestrials, and maybe there's other ones and others. He said maybe there's extraterrestrials in other sectors of the galaxy, not the solar system, not where our sun is. And then we have, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Earth, whatever, all the planets, not this solar system. He's saying the galaxy is a cluster of different solar systems all combined. So he said maybe in this galaxy, on the outside of the galaxy, there might be another extraterrestrials. And he said if they were to visit here, then they're way more intelligent than us. And yes, they are. And they've been here. My issue is why aren't they telling Elon Musk, who's supposed to be building these rockets and sending them out here, putting all these satellites out here, why isn't he privy to the knowledge that there are extraterrestrials and they've been working with the United States government forever? And not just our humankind. Why is he not privy to that information? Why does he not feel comfortable sharing that with us? And it really seemed like he didn't know. But what I know and what I've seen having been involved with many organizations within the government, it's obvious that it's true. You know, so I'm like, is he being paid to throw us off and be like, oh no, well that's just not true. I don't see anything. I don't, you know, it's like everything else he's saying was so on point and important for humanity. But maybe it's because he knows that his space shuttles that he's spending so much money on are nothing compared to extraterrestrial crafts, aircrafts, and vehicles that are way beyond the technology that he uses or he can even get funding for. So I just can't. He's so smart that I'm like, why is he doing this? And I would love to sit down with him and just be like, Elon, what you doing? What you doing, Elon? Because I don't care. Like, he's very chill. He's a chill person. I've always liked him as a person. I always thought he's kind of hot too, but he's kind of not that hot in this interview. He's kind of like, you know, he's letting stress get the best of him. I'll say. I don't want to say too much because we're on TikTok and I can't be as raw as I want to be, but I mean, he's still a billionaire, so he still could get it, but not as much as he could have got it before, if you know what I mean. Anyway, he's still a chill person, and I would love to just talk to him and ask him, why are you pretending as if there's not an overwhelming flow of evidence that there are extraterrestrials amongst us? Like, why are we trying to play this game? Why are you trying to put the stereotypical tinfoil hat on people who know that they're not out there, but they're here? Are you calling Bob Lazar a liar? And many others who have worked on these crafts and risked their lives? I did find it very interesting. Within this interview, he spoke about when Elon Musk was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he hung out with Mary Jane. Mary Jane. He puffed the magic dragon on live. Or on a podcast. And he talked about what happened to him afterwards and how because he had government contracts, they started submitting him they started forcing him to do random substance tests. Not just on him, but on all of his employees for SpaceX and for, I don't know if Tesla, Tesla too, because Tesla has they have a national contract with the government as well, you know, to even have all the stations that they have and have, I mean, the Boring Company is a different company. The Boring Company is the one that goes underground, and they put the Tesla down there. I guess that has to be partially Tesla too, because they go underground, but then also they have the solar panel, which used to be Solar City, but then they renamed it to Tesla. They just assumed it, assumed the company. So they started having to do substance tests randomly, all because of that one video, because it's federally not legal to puff the magic dragon, if you know what I mean. So I'm like, if you have that much contracts, that much clearance, why don't you know that there's extraterrestrials out there? You're dealing with space this much. As often as you are, all you care about is going to space. All you care about, not all he cares about, he cares about other things too, but the main thing he cares about is terraforming Mars to make sure that we're interplanetary species before we go extinct in a few 100 million years, like 500 million years, whatever. Like, the sun's going to be expanded enough to absorb us, or burn or boil the waters of the ocean. But like, if you're so aware of all this, why are you not speaking out about these extraterrestrials that are amongst us? Like, why not? They've been working with our government. Have they paid you to not say it? I can't think of a world where he doesn't know this. Like, are they hiding it that far? There's no way. How do I know he doesn't know? I know for sure. I would bet anything on it. I know this because I've seen what I've seen. It's unmistakable. I have absolute experience that this is real, and that extraterrestrials have been amongst us. But why doesn't he know? What's the tea? What is, like, are they threatening him? Like, what's the tea? It confused me. But other than that, really great interview. They asked him about gaming, and he said that he likes to play a game called Elden Ring. And I was like, I've never played that game before, but I'd heard about it. But then I instantly like paused the video and went to go like watch a few walkthroughs on YouTube just to kind of see what the vibe was. But he said like it has the best graphics and beautiful art in the game. But as I watched the walkthrough for Elden Ring, it was good, but it's not that much different than Zelda. Like, it's a lot of similarities to Zelda, to me. I love Zelda. There's a lot of similarities. It's not the same. It's like a little bit more intense, this game, Elden Rings, but still very similar to Zelda. And I'm only saying that because I'm already playing Zelda. I'm already doing that. You can follow my Twitch. Please go to Rock Mercury on Twitch. Follow me. I would love to have you guys on there with me. I'm going to be playing more as soon as I upload all these videos, but I've been playing pretty consistently the last few months, loving it. I've been playing Fortnite. Oh my gosh, I've been playing a lot of Fortnite, which I'll play every now and then Fortnite, but I really need to get back on my Zelda game if I'm ever gonna finish the game, because it's such a long game and I love it, but it's such a long game and I don't even know what I'm doing. So I may have to watch some walkthroughs and make sure I'm doing it right. Well, anyway, this Elden Rings game, maybe I'll play it after I finish. After I finish Zelda. He said he plays it on his keyboard though, like on the computer. He plays it like on the PC, and that's annoying to me. I just don't understand. Like, a lot of people play games on their PC. They love playing with their keyboard, and I'm like, give me a joystick. Give me a joystick any day. I'm not trying to remember what keys are for what, so I can play this game. Are you serious? Like, no, I want a joystick. I want to be able to like turn it around and just like, I need the buttons. I want the simple buttons. I want the joystick. And with Zelda, I get to play it on my Nintendo Switch. So, anyways, I'm gonna figure out there's a way I can use a joystick with the game, then maybe I'll play it, because it does look interesting. And I was curious if that's the only game he really mentioned as far as like that he loves playing is Elden Rings. Then he said he used to be on like the chess team and stuff. I used to be on a chess team. Well, not chess team. I played chess every day, and I was really, really good at it. And he just said that, at a certain point, you realize that it's a simple game, and like, there's no point of just like obsessing over this game when there's so many more things in the computer. And the computers are gonna always beat you. If you put the computer at the highest difficulty, when you're playing chess, it's gonna beat you. It's gonna win. The computer's gonna always win. So, and chess isn't that fun. It's strategy, but I'd rather play a video game. So, I felt better because I kind of fell off of chess. I don't really play as often. But when he said that, I was like, I'm not missing nothing when it comes to chess. I'm not missing anything. Chess is gonna be there. Like, I've already played thousands of games of chess. Like, what else is there for me? I'm supposed to learn the backstory behind the pawn and the knight and the bishop and the queen and the king. What the backstory is and what different moves you can do to beat somebody in 3 moves. Like, that's boring to me. But it was cute. I had a good time. I think I learned a lot. It helped to nourish my strategic side. But I love me some Zelda. So I'm gonna keep on playing my Zelda game. By the time I finish, the new one will be out. The good thing I like about Zelda too is that no matter how much I try without like doing the cheat codes or like going through the walkthroughs online, I'll be lost in that game. Sometimes I really don't know what I'm doing. Like, sometimes I can get certain things, but it's a hard game and I love the challenge of it. It's very challenging. So I'm gonna continue playing that one. But the Elon Musk interview in total, like, there was just a lot of big benefits. He did talk about the auto drive for the Tesla and how it's been saving lives. I thought that was very interesting, especially because a lot of friends or people who I know have had some issues in their Tesla where it would shut down on them on the street, or there'd just be some kind of electronic issues even when it's fully charged. So I wish he kind of talked about that some more, but like, maybe it's not happening as often as maybe people people who are having the issues complain more possibly about it, but I don't know. Holly Joe's in the house. Hello, Holly Joe. Says Happy New Year, bestie. I love you. Oh, thank you, Holly Joe. Happy New Year to you too. We did like all the fireworks and stuff when it finally turned midnight. Now it's 12:23, but I did all the fireworks stuff and put it on the screen and everything earlier. Yeah, it is a beautiful new year. I'm excited for a fresh start. It is a really fresh start though. It's the same stuff. Bills are due this month. I'm sure some of my bills got taken out already today because it's the first. You know, 1, 2, 2, 3, and Brock hit the food. Hey, I'm eating the food. I came in. I left last year eating. I'm in the new year eating too. Even though I'm getting full already. My eyes are definitely bigger than my stomach. But I'm almost at 190. I'm almost at 200 pounds. I'm at 194 right now. I have a feeling I'm at 197. But anyway, Elon Musk said that he said that if, like, he was talking about I'm sorry, I have to be careful what I say because the thing I was gonna say may have gotten me, like, messed up on here, so I gotta switch what I was gonna say because I feel like all those words are gonna be like flagged or whatever. Okay, I'll switch what I said, but watch the interview. It's on Full Send. It's Elon Musk on Full Send podcast. Excellent interview. It's very much like a conversation. It's not boring. It's like 4 people are interviewing him, and they're all kind of like letting the conversation flow. It really feels like you're just listening, like you're eavesdropping in on a conversation. Like, it doesn't feel like a very set, planned thing. But I'm sure that they planned some of the questions out, but it just didn't feel like it, which is really nice to not have something so structured that you lose the natural tone or the natural flow of the information that's being shared. I felt like Elon Musk really let his guards down during this interview. I'm still offended by how they did O.J. Simpson. They did him dirty. But still a great interview. So watch their interview with O.J. Simpson as well. Really good. But I just was kind of mad about how they disrespected him towards the end and asked him questions that he asked not to be asked. You know what questions those were? Who did it? Why did that glove fit? That's a whole different story though. But I do want to watch, what he said happens, because apparently he went to Oxford and spoke about what really happened and gave his defense on what he feels like happened to his wife and to her lover. And he also expressed that he was unfaithful to her. So can't really feel too bad for being cheated on if you're cheating. But anyway, there's a lot to that part. He did also, Elon said he bought a house near Austin, Texas, which is very close to me. It's only like a few hours away from me. And he bought it for $45,000. I was like, ooh, that must be in the middle of nowhere. Because you really can still buy land out here for cheap. Y'all out here trying to buy cars, buying $60,000 cars and stuff. You could buy a whole bunch of land, and live off that land. Have a whole garden and, whatever you want there. But he said the house has 3 bedrooms, and he kind of like did a few additives to it and turned the garage into another bedroom. He had his mom sleeping in there. This is a billionaire. This is a billionaire who's had multiple houses. No, like lots of houses he's had, but he's consolidated it all because having houses are liabilities. You know, they just like drain your money out. I mean, as a property owner, like we own property, but it's like I get where he's coming from by lowering everything. He just wanted to be close to his work. He knows where he's gonna be. If you're not in your houses often, like at one of my houses, I haven't been there in I haven't been there over a year. Not over a year, like half a year. I haven't been to the house. I mean, there's people using my house. Like I have my assistants and my team utilizing it, so it's safe. But it's like I haven't gotten to enjoy it myself. So if I was to restructure my finances, it would make sense to adjust that situation. Um, but so I get why he would offload all of his properties because he was going to stay in Texas and work on these rockets, which ship out of Florida. Mm. They ship out of Florida. They ship to Florida, or they launch from Florida, I should say. They launch from Florida. I'm guessing he probably takes it all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico, puts it on a boat, and then takes it to Florida. I'm guessing that's what he does, because otherwise, like, why be in Texas? Or why be in South Texas? I'm also surprised he didn't hunker down here in Houston, because Houston has a lot of new stuff happening. I love Austin, Texas, but Houston has a lot of things happening for it. But it's close enough. It's close enough. Let me see how far it is to Austin, because I haven't driven it in a while. There's this guy that I was talking to in Austin, but I haven't talked to him in a while, so I don't even know if we're still talking anymore. How far is Austin from Houston? It is 3 hours and 6 minutes. 3 hours and 6 minutes to get to Austin. Nothing. That's like such a short trip. Such easy. You don't even have to stop to use the bathroom for 3 hours. That is an easy breezy trip right there. So I guess he's not that far from Galveston. Go over Mexico. Let me see the map again. Sometimes I forget like how the map works on this one. Ooh. I guess you don't really have to, because you can just go straight down and still hit another part of the water. It's further inland, but you can still go straight down and hit the water. It's like above San Antonio. Yeah, I forget sometimes. I love Houston. I'm chilling in Houston. I'm good here. But yeah, this year too, I'm not overhyping anyone, especially when it comes to potential relationships. Like, you get in that zone, you're like, oh, they're so hot. Like, oh, like, I hope they like me. I hope this. Like, I don't care. You like me or don't, whatever. You guys, it doesn't matter. Like, there's so many people out here. Like, it's either gonna be the right situation or it's not. I'm not playing no games. I'm watching. I'm not gonna second guess myself this year. I haven't done that last year either. Well, so many people who I thought were gonna be in my life for the long run have kind of shifted out of that zone. The more that I speak my truth, the more ostracized I've become from certain people. They feel nervous to be attached to me. And that's perfect. I love it. They can be gone with the wind because they ain't fabulous. They're not fabulous, and they can be gone with the wind because I don't care. Like, I already have enough people who I know are down or are like riders. I'm really blessed. I'm blessed. Also, just coming up here, I've already quit, puffing the Magic Dragon or hanging out with Mary Jane. I've already quit that. But this year, I'm not even gonna think about it anymore. Because sometimes I want some. Not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, it'd be so great to light up a biggie one, a big old thick one right now. Light it up and enjoy the day, watch the breeze. But no, that's done. Like, that's not a part of my life anymore. Like, I'm really just, I'm done with that. I'm not socially, not any kind of way. It's just not worth it. I've hung out with Mary Jane's for so much, and I've already learned everything she had to offer. It's done. You know, the only thing that makes me think I might be wrong on that is if I get in a situation where I'm in a lot of pain, I might have to go back on that. I might have to be a hypocrite and go right back on that, because when pain, I do not handle pain well. I do not handle. I had a headache, and no, I had my shoulder. My shoulder was hurting the last few days, and I just was complaining about it all day. Like, I couldn't stand the feeling. It's better today, but like, it just bothered me all day, and I'm like, ooh, I would light one up right now. I just don't want it to be an option for me anymore, because it does affect you more. It affects more than they say it does. And even though there's like a new dispensary that just opened up in New York, they have a legal dispensary there. I don't trust it. The more legalized it becomes, the less I trust it. There's something sketchy going on about with all the chemicals they're using and the marketing tactics they're using. They're not telling us something. So, I know I've been a connoisseur of that, herbal world. But I'm out. I'm done with that. I'm done. I think so clearly in my natural state of mind where I'm not on anything. I don't even drink. We had some apple cider today, which was sparkling cider. Too sugary for me. It was cute to have a little cup of it though, but too sugary. Not for me. I'll take these juices. I like these juices. They're a little more bitter. They're natural fruit. No added sugar to them. This is more my vibe. If anything, maybe a ginger shot would be fun for the new year, because I'm not trying to consume anything that's not healthy for me. That's why I'm getting rid of the spicy content consumption. You know what I mean? The other, certain websites. I'm done with that. I'm done with things that aren't like serving me in the bigger picture. Like, what am I doing? Who is it for? Who is it for real? Not for me. It hasn't lifted me up all these years. It just takes my time away, distorts my reality, keeps me, just with expectations that aren't real. And a lot of us are stuck in that loop of spicy content. It's a loop. And I really feel sad for people, because it's very brainwashing too. It really makes you, see intimacy in a very distorted way. It can ruin it for you. It's just so bizarre. There's this one video. I'm going to try to talk about it. You're going to have to read through the lines a little bit as I talk about this, because I don't want to say any words. But there was this very attractive man with his friend, who's also very attractive. It seemed like they were giving a testimony for church or something. They both looked like they came off of like a football team, like hot, or something. They just look very hot and very athletic, very like good build, super hot. Did I say they were hot? They're very hot. Okay. And they were talking about their addiction to spicy content. And this one guy was saying, the main guy who was speaking, he was saying that it started off like he was watching normal stuff, very heteronormative content, spicy content. And then he started somehow getting into the Transformers. You know the Transformers movie? He started enjoying Transformers who were with women. And then he started wanting Transformers that were hanging out with men in the movie. Transformers, robots, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say it. Um, and then it went from him watching these Transformers engaging in spicy content or producing spicy content to him doing his own activities with these Transformers, these robots in disguise. um, so you guys can add what I'm saying up. And then his friend, I'm just like, I was not expecting the conversation to go that way because he was talking about it like in a Christian way. He's like, yes, it went from me watching it to then me watching it all the time, and then I started doing it as well. And he just passed it over. I'm like, ooh, can you pause there and talk about what you were doing with these Transformers? I'm not judging it. I'm just curious about what he was interested in, what kind of spiciness he was getting into. I was very curious. He was so hot. Both of them are hot anyway. So then the other guy, it was like, you're so brave for, speaking about it. So many people don't talk about their, things like this, especially you're dealing with Transformers. And, like this, I'm just really proud of you. It's like to be able to repent and now you have Jesus in your life. And I was like, ooh. I was like, if Jesus was real, I'm sure that he would be bending over for Jesus. That's for sure. That's what he seemed like. Like he'd be bending over Jesus, praising that name from behind. But I was just so shocked because he seemed so like straight, and he just seemed like just. I commented under there. I was like, I was so rude. I said, "Why don't you guys just F already?" Whatever F means. It's just a letter in the alphabet, whatever that means. I just said, why don't you guys F already on Twitter? Oh my gosh, I'm so rude and disrespectful. But I meant it because they were so hot. I'm like, oh, why did these religions and these cults always take these hot guys like, and then they'd be so like, oh, Jesus doesn't want me to do this. Jesus don't want this. I've had, oh my God, I've had like intimate situations with guys who were like repenting afterwards, like directly after, but they were throwing it down. They were bouncing up and down like their name was Tigger, like it was a lot. But yet then they're repenting because their religion. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe. Oh my God, I can't. Especially the oh my God, the Mormon community. Oh wow, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. A lot going on. There's some hot ones in there though. There's some very attractive people in the Mormon faith. So hot. Oh my gosh. But they don't play with the community. It's funny because they say that they don't play with it. Like they don't accept that type of rainbow behavior. But yet there's so many of them who are Skittles, who taste that rainbow. They stay tasting the rainbow, but they don't mess with the rainbow. It's so bizarre. I don't understand. But how did I even get on this topic before? Oh, I think it was mainly just saying that like certain content that you consume can affect you in a way that you start, imitating that kind of content, and it changes your life and changes how you see the world. So this guy, if you guys saw this guy, you would think he's like the straightest macho kind of like footballer dude, super super hot. You would never know that he was dropping it low for Jesus. Keep the Lord in mind when you dirty wine for Jesus. Like, you would never know. You would never know that he was on his knees praising Jesus' name on all fours. You know, he was gagged for Jesus. Anyway, let me stop. But all I gotta say, you guys, is I'm leaving that content in the past. Not for religious reasons, but because it doesn't serve me anymore. Like, I really, I feel like my concept of intimacy really has changed, and it's really important to me. Like, intimacy is super important. I never had that. I've always had partners who were just unfaithful in different ways. Only one of them like cheated on me, but the other ones like they were unfaithful in other spiritual ways, or like just rude and just not respecting me as a human or whatever. Like, and I feel like you allow a lot of these things because of the spicy content out there that forms your view of intimacy. It literally forms it. It teaches people like these education classes, these intimacy education. You know what they're really called with the S, S to the E to the X. Like these education classes, they don't teach you nothing. So you know you're learning it from certain websites you type in and have to press that you're 18. You know you learn it from that, and so it's just like that ruins you from the start. Like I'm in that industry. I'm considered a star in that industry somehow, which is insane to me because I have so much content in that realm. Like I'm literally considered like one of the like top ones in the industry because I have so many videos out. But I know how toxic it is. I know that these people aren't really in love. These people are just working for $1 for the next coin. They're losing themselves. They're losing their ability to connect to people beyond the physical. Like, they're lost. They have a very high rate of self-harm. Super high rate. It's toxic as in like they're not even really friends with each other. Imagine your enemy bending you over because you're contractually obligated to do this scene, to do a certain scene. It happens in acting all the time where you have to work as an actor with somebody you don't like. Let's talk about Kim Cattrall and Sarah Jessica Parker in The City. The New York show In the City. I can't say the first word. I'm trying not to say that word on here, but Kim Cattrall did not like Sarah Jessica Parker, but they worked together. They looked like they were best friends in the show, but they did not like each other. Well, at least Kim didn't like Sarah. I don't think Sarah liked Kim either. It was a mess. But imagine if you had to do a little more than what they had to do, to the point where imagine your enemy is inside of you, physically, literally, like, and that happens in the industry. Like they'll pit you, in certain scenes, and you have to do what you have to do, and you can really not like this person, but they are inside you, inside your heart. Not inside your heart. They're inside where you fart, and that is that's a lot. That's enough to unhinge a person. And so we're looking at these people for advice or for guidance on intimacy. No. That can't be healthy. That cannot be healthy. So, all I'm saying is that I'm going to do my best to cut it out. To cut it out completely this year. It's just not worth it. It's not healthy. It's not that it's bad. Because it's like you think when you look at it, it's like, oh, it's bad. I want to be good. It's bad. No, it's just doesn't serve me. It's what it is. It's just content. Who cares? Like, to me, it's not that much different than a movie. But I don't watch movies either. So, like, not anymore. I kind of want to see the new Avatar. Kind of. Because my best friend saw it and she said she really likes it. She thought it was a really good movie. But I don't know if I can sit down for 3 hours. But anyway, I'm definitely cutting that particular type of content out so that I can reconnect with my natural sense of intimacy, before I became jaded by this culture and this content. Like, I think my life would be so different if I never laid eyes on, you know, spicy content. If I never laid eyes on it, I would feel so different. I would see the world in a different way. I would accept different things. I wouldn't accept as much um, toxicity in my relationships. Like, I feel like I was set up for failure because of the lack of education that you receive when it comes to intimacy. You just lose. It's such a lack of it. It's such a lack, and it's nobody's fault. Because it's like you can blame people and be like, oh, it's this fault, that fault. It's like, oh, whatever. Like, what's that gonna do? Blaming. You got to power through it and learn and keep growing. By the way, I want to give a shout out to Bella Thorne. Bella Thorne, who I was around a lot when she first started her first shows and stuff. My friend was dating her sister. I've been to her house. I've been to their family, sweet family, loving family. There was always this one guy that was around though, who was like kind of brought into the family, but wasn't really related. But he was kind of brought in there, and he always gave me a weird vibe. I was just like, why is he here? And I thought he was younger, but I thought he was like, I think he was 20 by then, 22 or something by that point. And Bella at the point was way underaged. Like, she was like 10 or 13. Like, I've known her for years, so she was young. And the only reason we were around because my friend was dating her sister, her older sister. And so we'd just be around, we'd be hanging out at their house for parties and stuff. Not just get-togethers, not really parties. I don't think they even had parties there. It was mainly just hanging out, going hiking. But this one guy, he always threw me off. And she was working, she was being a big Disney star and stuff. And comes to find out, I just watched a interview with the Sloan channel on YouTube. And she was being attacked by that person during that time. And my heart broke for her. Because if I knew that this man was doing what she is accusing him of, I would have taken his... I can't even say what I would do. Because we're on TikTok right now. I would do something I cannot say on here to this person. Because she's such a beautiful spirit and such an angel. Like, just a pure being. Before Disney tried to destroy her. With all their craziness with Disney. That's a whole different story. I had no idea she was going to be this famous. Like, now she's crazy famous. Like, it's insane how big she is. And I'm really proud of her. But it's just... my intuition was telling me, like, something's off about this guy. I just wish I acted on it back then. I wish I spoke up. I wish I asked her about it. Because I just didn't want to... I didn't feel like it was my place to ask certain things. At that time, like, I didn't see that happen. I didn't even see anything close to that happening, but it felt this weird energy. But now that I know what happened to her, and that she's not only survived it, but she's writing books to help other people who are surviving similar situations that they did not deserve to go through. And she's owning herself, and she's speaking very deep deep messages to people who have gone through this kind of trauma. And I really respect her a lot for it. She didn't continue to become a victim of her circumstance. She rose above it, and she is freeing other people from that pain. And I don't know, my heart goes out to her. Like, just because I knew this person, even before they even showed this picture, I already knew who they were talking about. I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? because I didn't know she had to do these interviews. I don't follow her all the time. Like, I knew her in real life, you know, and I was close with her sister too, like very close. Like I would talk to them in the middle of the night. Like she would call me all the time, parts of the night, and going through things, and she was just like, I'll be her ear to talk to, and she was very sweet. Um, Troubled at that time, but she was going through it. And whenever I see Bella would jump on my back. She'd be like, "Oh my God, hi!" She was just such a sweet, like, lively person, lively girl. And to know that this man was doing what she accused to her, it just, I think I'd be in jail right now if I knew back then what was going on, because I would have defended her. Because it's like, how dare you do this to this? Like, people are so disturbing. So many things get taken away from you in this world when you are just a kind person. Like, she's just a kind person, and then you get taken advantage of. So I feel like this is the year of just like really listening to your intuition fully, because I do wish that I'd asked more questions at that point. And it's rough too, because I remember at that time she was the main breadwinner of the family. She was young, she was not even a teenager yet, and she was the main breadwinner of her family. You know, that's a lot of pressure on a young kid. It's messed up. And I just look at the situation. I'm like, dang, like nobody was in her corner defending her. They're just trying to eat off of her, like just get any money they can. And it breaks my heart. It really does. So we have so much trauma that we deal with as humans, and we can just continue to self-destruct, or we can recognize it, call it out, grow past it, grow beyond it. Share your story so other people don't have to be lost their whole life too. This is a beautifully brief life, and so the more you share, the better of a path the next person can have. Like, you know, when you go hiking would be a lot harder if there wasn't a path to follow. You'd be walking, and fall off a cliff and not even realizing it. You know, because nobody did a path for you, or like, I mean, some hiking trails don't have. Well, I think all the hiking trails have a path of some sort, because that's what makes it a hiking trail. Otherwise, it's just out in the nature. But most of the hiking places have trails. I guess it depends on what area you're in. Like, if you're in this very snow-filled area, it don't matter what trail you have, because the snow's gonna cover it. But I commend her for continuing her career even after all that. I would have left. I'm like, these people put me through all this. I'm out of here. But she's still winning. I never forget when I was driving in Hollywood on Sunset. I drove to my friend's house. Oh no, I had a business meeting that day. I had a business meeting. I was driving on Sunset, and this big old bus came by. Big old huge bus. And Bella's face was on the whole bus. She took up the whole bus. It was like, it was like a movie she was in. And I looked at her. I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, you did. I was just so proud of her. It's just crazy how that all like it. She, like, nobody knew. We were able to go to Target. We would go to Target. We would go hang out at like different churches and stuff. At that point, I was going to church. Go to like restaurants. Nobody knew who she was at that point back then. Now I'm sure she can go anywhere. Now I'm sure she has like probably 50 million followers or something crazy. So good for her. That's amazing. I'm really congratulate her on that. But it's just crazy what she had to go through to get. And she also said something that was really deep. And I'll probably end it on this, because now I'm like full. I'm ready to go to sleep. I'm so tired. She said that after what she had been through, after being treated the way she was being treated in her own home by this person, what is fame? You know, like how could she be afraid of fame or the lights or paparazzi? Because they were asking her how she handles the paparazzi and handles the, you know, being a star. And she was just like, what does any of that matter after I was literally being attacked in my own home and nobody cared, nobody protected me. You know, I survived that. Like what? Like why would it? Like, she said she's basically desensitized, so she doesn't care if there's cameras in front of her snapping. It doesn't matter. She's like, okay, whatever. And I was like, that's deep. And I feel a lot of that. Like at times, like I mean, I do a lot of things publicly, online and stuff, and people do come up to me in the street. A lot of times, it's kind of crazy. I live in a place where you would think people wouldn't even know who I was out here, but a lot of people come up to me. I left Los Angeles for that reason because every time I went out in Los Angeles, somebody came up to me if they knew who I was or whatever, and it's just like it got really annoying to me at the time because I was just like, I like to be in my own zone. I like to not be bothered. But Los Angeles seemed like it was just like they just knew how. And I look the way I look, so I have all this hair, so it's hard to miss me. So they instantly know that's Rock Mercury. That's Rock Mercury, and they just come up to me. And so, anyways, it's happened out here, but it doesn't really. I don't really care that much. Like, I don't really get scared of it. I just like to be in my zone. I like to not be bothered, but I'm not. I'm not afraid. I'm desensitized because of the trauma I've experienced in this industry and in my life. You know, you just like say, oh, whatever. Like it doesn't. It's not scary to me. Like I don't care. I can be the most famous person ever, and I really would not care. I'm gonna keep doing whatever I want to do. Kim Kardashian, her interview with Angie Martinez, she was saying how she misses going to CVS and misses going to Target and walking on the aisles. I'm not about to miss anything because I'm gonna keep going to Target. I'm gonna keep on going to CVS. I have an app on my phone. I don't care. What are y'all gonna do? Come up to me? I'll just get security. What does somebody do? Try to attack me at a CVS or a Target? Like what's happening? Like, what are you talking about? You know, if anything, if I get attacked in a Target, I'm about to sue somebody. I'm about to sue me some Target or somebody because you ain't about to attack me. You ain't about to attack me. Not in this $1 billion store I'm in. I'm about to sue somebody. Like that's not about to happen. But I'll keep security on me or something because I'm gonna keep doing what I want to do. I'm not gonna stop for anyone. But I like going this route of being a public figure, a public person, because I still get my freedom to work when I want to work, and to market my own companies without having to depend on some other influencer. Like I can do it myself, and I appreciate that because I don't want to have to depend on anybody or anything. Like I just don't want. I don't want that. It's bad enough that I feel like I have to depend on these apps. Thankfully, I have my own app coming out, Rock Mercury app coming very soon. I'm still waiting on Apple. Come on, Apple. Put my app up. Like, my app is done and ready. I'm literally waiting on the Apple App Store. It's been weeks. And they're talking to me, like, when I message them, they are, like, we're in discussion for it, but it's just so frustrating how long they're taking. And with Google, they were done the first day that we started working on, like, the submissions for the app. But Apple Store, they're putting me through. They're not even putting me through anything. They're literally just like reviewing my case for so long. And I message them and they keep telling me like, oh, okay, we're still reviewing and we'll let you know when there's a new update. What are you still reviewing? What in the world are you still reviewing? What is it? I've worked with Apple before, multiple times. I've done multiple commercials for them. I guess it's a whole different division than the App Store, but I know they do things the hard way. Like everything they do, they make you sign all this paperwork and they just put you through. They just make everything harder than it has to be. So scared, like it's on some top secret mission. It's like, girl, this is just a phone. This is just a technology company. Can we not do all this? Like, can I get my check faster then? They do all that, but still they take the same amount of time to give you your check. It's my money and I want it now. But Anyway, I'll be so frustrated. I'll be so frustrated with these companies. But my app is coming. I don't really want the rest of these greens, y'all. Does everybody have to eat these greens? I feel like I need to eat the greens for New Year. Like it's supposed to be good luck for New Year's. But I'm so over it. I'm so over this. Alright. Well, that's it for now. I think that I'm going to... Oh God, what happened there? It's crazy. Then we get off of here. This was a fun New Year moment. I'm hoping that TikTok saves this live so that I don't have to be heartbroken that I delete it. I have a new package that I want to open, but I'm gonna open it tomorrow or later on today because it's already tomorrow. But I got a new battery pack. I'm gonna open it not on live. I'm gonna open it separately because if I open it on live, it might delete, and I need to make sure that I have this for my Amazon store. It is a very nice, expensive battery pack that also has the ability to be charged by the sun. So solar panel technology. Also, Elon Musk in the interview earlier that I spoke to you guys about on the Full Send interview or podcast, he said that at some point in the near future, solar panels or solar power will be a huge majority of the power used in the world. A huge majority. And I can see that, especially with new technology and the new solar panels being able to absorb and harvest more energy than ever before. I can see that being the case. I can totally see that being the case. And so I'm going to look into investing into this house here, because this is a huge house and we need all the solar power we can get. Because there's a lot of lights here, this is a lot of roof. So I'm gonna look into doing that. But for now, I have this little battery pack that I want to show you guys. So I'll post a video on TikTok, but it's not gonna be a live video. It's just gonna be like a video of me opening it. Probably be like 5 minutes long or something. So just stay tuned. Stay following me. I'll be back on tomorrow. I'll probably be back on tomorrow night because I'm trying to do one live a day until I get up to date with all of my backlogged videos. Because every video I do, I have to put it put it on every platform again. So it just puts me backwards again as far as catching up. So my goal is just to be caught up to where every single day I make content, I come live. I can take all those videos, post it the same day, start every day fresh and new. That's the goal. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So thank you guys for being here. Happy New Year's to everyone. It's already 1:05 a.m. It's been a long live. I'm full. I'm happy. I'm juiced up. I'm gonna go to sleep. Oh wait. Oh, my hair. I didn't braid my hair yet. Try to chat with you guys and braid my hair real quick. I'm gonna braid my hair and then I go to sleep. What do I want to talk about? I don't know. Do I want to braid my hair with you guys? I don't think I want to braid my hair with you guys. I think I'm gonna watch some YouTube video. I think I'm done with this live. Thank you for the 1.8 thousand likes. You guys are amazing. I appreciate everyone on here. I do miss before when I had like the chats open, but I gotta keep subscriber only open. I'm not trying to steal your money or take your money. It's just that I gotta protect myself from trolls that have threatened my account. So that's the only reason. I've had a much better time on subscriber only mode. You can always comment on my post. I will respond to every single comment. I always do. So thank you for being here. And I appreciate, 1.8 thousand likes is great. I appreciate that. That's great. All right. Peace and love to everyone. Have an amazing 2023 if I don't see you again this year. But I hope I do. I'll be here every day. So hopefully I see y'all again. But rock on, Mercuryans. Bye. Rockmercury.com. Rockmercury.com for all things Rock Mercury. Link in the bio. Bye.